Hello.
Hi.
Hi
Hello, everybody.
everyone. Hello
Hello.
ladies.
Hi. Good to see you all today.
Good night from my side to you all. How
Good
are you all?
night.
Good night.
Wow. Thank you so much again. Okay, we are back here to all the followers. Good night, good day, or good morning on your side. It's this beautiful, women entrepreneurs again here. By the way, happy International Women's Day to you all. Thank you for
Same
doing
to you.
really amazing on the online space, helping people, setting up their business, helping everyone start up, the digital business. And that's an amazing thing that we do on the online space as a woman. And a lot of people misunderstand us that we're the men. Is this business for women only? To tell you guys the honest answer to that is this business is for everyone, as long as you're 18, men, women. But we need to bring some women. There's so many successful men running this digital business as well, and they're part of us. So we just need to bring them on so you guys can meet them as well. So tonight, it's Thursday. We're always here. Unfortunately, we don't have any new guest at the moment, but probably next week we can bring one on, another man, so you guys can meet, him or maybe her as well. So tonight it's not going to be business. We decided to do a bit of something to educate you all on where we come from, because you see us online talking about business. So we'll keep that aside and we talk about a little bit about where we come from. So with these three beautiful ladies here, we are multicultural here.
Hey.
We're from 4 different countries here, so we are excited to share with you, the facts, the do's and don'ts about our beautiful countries. So before we do that, I'll just introduce myself, and then our sisters can introduce themselves. So my name is Alberta. If you're new here, welcome to our page. Thank you for following me as well, and all these others as well. I am your Islander girl, and I'm a mom of 3 boys. I am a wife as well, a healthcare professional, and a proud digital business owner and a business coach. I'm originally from the beautiful island of Bougainville, which is located in Papua New Guinea, but I'm currently here in Melbourne while running my digital business. I've been here for the last 2.5 years, going 3 years. I'm loving this journey, and I'm more than happy to see other women or mothers, or families set up their own digital business as well. So that's a little bit about me. Let's move to you, Devota.
Hi. Hello, our viewers. Welcome back again to our pages. And if you're new or coming back, we really appreciate you coming back and stopping by. And we love those likes and comments. They really mean a lot to us. So thank you for coming. So my name is Devota, like she said. I am based here in Kenya, Nairobi, and I am from different places. My goodness. I am from Rwanda, then I am from Uganda, and I'm from the USA. So I was born in Uganda, but my parents are Rwandese. So I'm Ugandan, Rwandan, American. So I have all the citizens for 3 places, and I move up and down, but I'm based here in Kenya for now. Thank you. I am a wife, a successful digital business owner for a year, and a business mentor as well, and as a healthcare professional.
Thank you, Devota, for that, and thank you for sharing that you're from, a little part of 3 different countries. Wow, that's amazing. That's something I didn't pick. I only thought you were from Rwanda, but it's good to have that little Uganda and then American as well. So thank you for that. Let's move to you, Fatima.
Thank you so much, Sis Alberta. Yeah, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, good night for all of you who are watching us tonight. This is Fatima. I am originally from Solomon Island and currently I live here in Melbourne, Australia. I am a full-time worker and a proudly digital business owner as well. Thank you, Sis Alberta, for our topic for tonight.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Sis Fatima. Let's move to you, Diana.
Thank you, Sis Alberta. Good afternoon, good evening, good night, and good morning wherever you're watching from. So tonight, even that I'm from Samoa, but I'm presenting Papua New Guinea as well by wearing this top tonight. So yeah, so my name is Diana. I'm originally from Samoa. I am currently living in Melbourne, Australia. I've been doing this business for the last 2 years, and I am a wife, and I have no children yet. So that's soon will be. And anyway, so yeah, so I'm a proudly business owner for 2 years now. I've been in this business for 2 years, and yeah, that's all from me tonight, Sis Alberta. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And there's a lot of people tuning in, and they're excited to listen to us. So thank you, Stanley. Good night to you. We also have Annette who's saying good night, ladies. Thank you, Annette, for tuning in and supporting us as well. We've got Vurobarabu. Sorry if I didn't pronounce the name properly, but thank you so much. Thank you for tuning in. We also have Kathy, Sister Kathy, watching all the way from Austria. Thank you, Kathy. Good afternoon to you. I believe it's good afternoon there. Mm-hmm. So, yes, so let's move to our topic. So today, one of the things that we would like to share, I'll share about Papua New Guinea, where I come from. I grew up most of my time in Papua New Guinea. And it's a beautiful country. We are not that big. A lot of people here in Melbourne, where I am, if you ask them, or if they ask me, are you African? Like, because of the color, maybe they ask, are you African? And even my colleagues, and I say, no, I'm not African. I'm from the Pacific Islands. And then they'll ask, where is Pacific Islands? And I'll tell them I'm from Papua New Guinea, and they have no idea where Papua New Guinea is. So then I educate them. Papua New Guinea is not far from Australia. We're just on the north side, sharing the border with Indonesia. So that's a bit about the map where we are at. We're only a few hours away from Cairns. I believe it's, less than an hour from Cairns if we take the flight from there. But from Melbourne, it will be about 3 hours, 6 hours, I believe, to our main capital. Papua New Guinea, we have 22 provinces. We have 22 provinces made up of regions. We have 4 regions in Papua New Guinea, which is where I come from. It's called New Guinea Islands because of the number of islands and the provinces that make up that region. So it's more of, around the sea. We're not big island. We're made up of 5 provinces in the New Guinea Islands. That's Bougainville, one of the provinces. Then we have East New Britain. We have West New Britain. We have New Ireland province, and then Manus. So these are the 5 provinces in New Guinea Islands region of Papua New Guinea. So we are very vast in terms of culture and, the different types of people, cultural background. So we have a population not more than, I believe the last I checked, we were about 8 million. We're not that big. We're more like a population in Melbourne alone in the whole country of Papua New Guinea. So we're not that big. We used to be under Australia in one point. in our life. But in 1945, 1945, we decided that we have to gain independence and be our own country, and that's how we became our own country. So the capital is Port Moresby. So the first flight, if you wanting to visit Papua New Guinea, when you get the flight from Cairns or Brisbane, you go and land in Port Moresby, and then you go out. So from the capital, from where I am, it's another 3 hours flight that you need to take to our island. Our island is beautiful. There's beautiful white sandy beach there that you can. Our main food is taro, cassava, sweet potato. That's what we have. And our main protein is fish, crabs, shells, seashells. And we don't eat chicken. We don't eat chicken all the time, or meat, or the frozen stuff. I came to Australia and I learned the opposite. The opposite thing, that in here you hardly find fish. I mean, fish is very expensive. Prawns and crabs are very, very expensive, unlike chicken, which is very cheap. And that's the opposite in our island, because it's a scarce product. One of our business language is English. We speak English because we have a variety of languages. We have it's a small country, but we have about 800 different languages and 600 islands, if I am still correct, if I hadn't checked, the updates. So that's a little bit about Papua New Guinea. A lot of times we hear a lot about, the negative side of Papua New Guinea, but Papua New Guinea is a beautiful country. We have a variety of different cultures. The food, we have very, different variety of different food, organic, and the people, we have beautiful people. There's so much that the media always says about our country, but if you go there, you will know and enjoy the beauty of the island and the country itself and the people. So yeah, our main currency is kina. We use kina, PNG kina is our currency. So if you happen to visit Papua New Guinea, make sure you change your dollars into kina. The lines in the bank are very long, to tell you the truth. You will have to spend a day at the bank to try get cash. So you must prepare to do all that, when you go at the airport. And we don't have, in islands, we don't have a lot of banks, so you have to prepare yourselves with that. The first time, not the first, the recent trip that I did, I had the Australian card where you touch, you tap. We've got tap here, not in our country. So unfortunately, you have to find a way. So what I did is I had to get things on credit, and I had to go and stand on the line and try to withdraw from inside the bank, and then go and pay cash to the people, because they don't. There's no machine that accepts the tap. There's no tap there where you tap or insert the Visa or the MasterCard that we use here. They use their own local cards, but they have Visa cards. So in our business, if someone is, interested in starting their business, they normally have Visa cards, which they can utilize. Our cultures are different. I come from a matrilineal society where I am, from the mother is where we belong to. So if a man gets married to me, he comes and joins me in my village. And I own the land, unlike in other places the men do. But for where I am, is the woman that owns the land and inherits, things from the mother. We follow the chiefly thing. if you know what I mean. So that's a little bit, I can share and share more, but that's a little bit about Papua New Guinea. Let's move to you, Devota.
Okay, thank you. Wow, that was great to know. But hey, you know the difference with yours. Did you say that men own, women own the land?
Yeah.
Okay, so now from Rwanda, where my parents are from, I said that I have three citizenships. Ugandan, because that's I am a Ugandan by birth because my parents lived there when they had me, and now they are from Rwanda, so I'm a Rwandan is it by parents or what? How do you call it? Because my parents lived in Uganda, but they are Rwandese. So nationality, I guess, and then I'm American by marriage. So for us, I will talk about the Rwandan because I don't know, I cannot talk about all this today. So, well, my Rwandan culture, we have two provinces, and we have the eastern, western, northern, and the southern province. And then we have a 51, which is the city, Kigali. We speak four languages. We speak Kinyarwanda, English, French, and Swahili. Now, for us, where I come in Rwanda, the culture is that the man owns the land. Even if I am from a if I was from a wealthy family and we had everything and all the money, there is no way a man is going to come and join me in my father's house or in my own house. That's considered a taboo. A man has to find by all means, and it was meant to be like men. A man is not going to be a man until he finds his way out of his parents' house and he has his own house. Then he can be considered he's a man, and now he can go and marry someone. Because nobody is going to give you their daughter when you're still living with your parents, or if you intended to move in with her. That considered not man enough. You have to be on your feet. You have to show that you have you something where you can take your wife. So for me, yes, it's a man's world. It used to be like men used to inherit and the girls did not. But now it's all kind of like changing, modernized, where women can inherit also something. And also these days, it's not so much based on, people are changing the culture almost because of the civilization. They are developing and they feel like, no, I'm not going to follow this. If I fall in love with someone and I have more than he has, then there is nothing wrong with me buying my house and then we can move in. But still, like if I owned my parents' house, there is no way my husband will move in with me. That's considered like it's shameful. It's like a curse. People will never respect him if he moves in with me in my inherited house. So we have, by all means, at least we can sell that house and go rent somewhere, or we can rent it and use the money to move somewhere. But there is no way a man is going to move into a woman's house. There is no way.
Wow.
And so for us, we use the currency, we use francs, Rwandan francs only. And it's really developed, the banks, the ATMs. I mean, anything you want there. We have so many international banks, and you don't have to carry anything with you. If you have your card in Rwanda, you're welcome to go to any ATM, any bank, and just get whatever you want. Our staple food is, gosh, what can I say? We have a lot of staple food. But I like what you said. You said cassava, huh?
Yeah.
Oh my God. We eat cassava, and we even eat something called fufu. I don't know if you've seen fufu with the West Africans.
Yeah.
So we eat cassava fufu. Even today I ate cassava fufu. So now you mentioned cassava, I'm like, yeah, that's something we have in common. In Rwanda, we have fish also, but mostly we do beef and chicken because we have only one lake. that surprised the whole country. So yes, we do
Is that
have
River
fish.
Nile?
No,
Which,
River Nile is in Uganda.
okay.
Yeah.
So what lake is it? Is that Lake
Lake Kivu. It's called Lake Kivu.
Lake Kivu? Okay.
So that's the only lake we have. But I have my Rwandanese culture has just one most important special thing that most people don't have. When we women get married, they pay dowry. And that dowry, most countries also will pay dowry, but their dowry is different. For us, we pay cows.
Wow.
If
Okay.
you're going to marry a woman, in fact, my bride price was 3 cows. And I always
Wow.
share that picture. I always share that picture on my page. I brag about my culture and all that. So for us, I've had some cultures like in Uganda, they can pay anything. They can pay a cow or chickens and goats because in Uganda, they have 36 languages and tribes. So each tribe is different. In Uganda, those tribes, they value their thing. Everybody pays different thing. But for us in Rwanda, you have to have a cow if you're going to marry someone's daughter. And that some people mistaken that as a price to sell off your daughter, but it's not true. It is a price to appreciate the parents that brought up your beautiful wife, the wife that is going to become the mother of your children. That's a way of saying, I really appreciate you, your hard work and discipline and all the stuff you did for my wife. So yeah, you have to have cow or cows, depending on someone's capacity, what you can afford. I'm telling you, some people can pay as much as 10 cows or 100 cows. It doesn't matter, even 1 cow, but a cow must be presented to your in-laws before they can give you your wife. So yeah, there is so much, but that one of bride price is my favorite part. I just love it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for that, sharing that. For us, it's pig, pig.
Yeah.
You have to have that. And bride price is one thing that stirs the clan and the society at the moment.
Oh yeah.
Remember, we're running through financial crisis. You'll see money coming out, cash being dashed out, or pigs. Yeah, well, it's something we learned that we from you. Thank you, sister. Let's move to you, Fatima.
Thank you, Sister Alberta. Yeah, hello everyone once again. Uh, yeah, my country is Solomon Island. Some of the viewers didn't know where is Solomon Island is. Solomon Island is located in the South Pacific Ocean, where it's near to PNG, Vanuatu, Fiji, and Samoa. We are island sisters country. And Solomon Island is 3 hours away from Brisbane by plane. So it's 6 hours from Melbourne to Solomon Island. Yeah. For us in Solomon Islands, we are like the same as Sis Albertas. They are Papua New Guineans. We inherit by a mother. If someone, if I'm married and I have a kid, my kid will be my tribe. They are my relatives. They are not my husband's sides. So yeah, we are, the girls or the ladies are the leaders of the tribe, and we own the lands, and somehow the boys, they are the one who control and look after the lands. But it's in our hands, it's in the ladies' hand. So yeah, it's different from other islands or other provinces in Solomon Islands. Yeah, actually we have 9 provinces, and then the whole Solomon Island we have more than 100 languages. In Guadalcanal itself, that's where I came from, where the capital city of Solomon Island is. That is Guadalcanal province, which is my province, and that is the largest province in Solomon Island. Sorry.
Okay.
So yeah, we have different types of cultural types of doing things from my country, sorry, my island to the other islands. Some islands they inherit the father's side. The father, the man is the leader, and if they marry, the children follow the man. So it's different. And the type of food we have in Solomon Island is the same as the root crops is yam. We eat cassava, we eat taro, we eat potatoes, we eat bush yams that we didn't plant it, but it grows itself, and it we do eat them. And we do have fish, fresh fish from the sea, from the waters, the prawns, the eelfish. We ate every the sea species of creatures. Some of them I didn't eat, but yeah, some of them like fish and the normal ones we normally used to eat. Yeah, I we do eat them. And one thing, our cultural thing is when we have big occasions, the ladies and the boys, we didn't wear anything. We will get the set out, and then we only wear grass skirts, and then the boys will wear something we call kabilatos. It's made by the bark of the tree, and then they will just wrap around the bottom. I mean the middle, and then there's nothing we wear on top. Just let everything, you know. That's our island ways of dressing, and so yeah, it's very interesting, when I came here, I noticed the difference between the food and the way of dressing. Back in our islands, we usually for now we wear trousers like shorts, for with the men's. But before, when I was a kid, we are not allowed to wear shorts, trousers. We everyone have to wear skirts. But for now, I think because of the difference, the world it changes maybe. So ladies, we wear anything we want. Yeah, and that's what my islands or my country is. I can't say about other islands or province because I never been to any provinces. I just stay in my province, and then I moved from there, and then I came here to Melbourne. So yeah, that's a little bit about me and my um, islands. And yeah, for me, I am the second of the family. I have six brothers and three sisters. So we are nine altogether. My mother is a teacher, and my dad is a gold dealer, and they are both there in Solomon Islands. So yeah, that's a little bit about from me. Thank you very much, Sister
Thank you,
Alberta,
Fatima.
and
Thank you. I
thank you
love that
everyone for watching.
initiation bit where boys and girls, get dressed, and then the girls are there, at the top. So we do that as well. I believe some parts in Papua New Guinea. Thank you. Let's move to you, Samoa.
Thank you, Sister Britta. Thank you for the topic tonight. It's very interesting topic. Yeah, so I will share a little bit of Samoan for those who don't know. And what Sister Alberta was saying before about a lot of people asking me at work where I come from. So I told them where I coming from, but none of them knows where it's located. So what I say to them, like we are. If you see on the map, you can't find us on the map because we are very very small island in the Pacific. And but people who grew up there, they are very friendly people. So I came from the Samoan. There's two islands. So one is Upolu, it's called Upolu, and one is called Sabai. So I'm from Upolu, where's the capital? It's called Apia. So that's our town. That's where everything. It's all the office, all things that you want to like. It's a town. So the other island has to come to Apia to do what they want to do there. So even the education is all in my island where I live. So yeah, and we became Samoan gained independence in 1962 from New Zealand, and also like Sis Fatima was saying as well about the dress. Yes, before Samoan became religion, and before the religion entered Samoa, and that time women were wearing only cover the bottom, right? But the top they have no clothes. They just keep showing their bodies and those showing upper bodies, because that time we didn't have a religion that time. We sort of like and then when the religion entered Samoan, and that's where the Samoan become religions, and that's where the people start to wearing a full clothes, all cover until now. So yeah, so comes to the religion now in 2021. So the Christianity, 27% percent of people, and the Catholic, it's 19% of people. They are Catholic, and comes to our the cars as well. We used to drive left hand before, and then in 2009, the government started to change. So we changed the left to the right hand. And before we changed to the right hand, that time when we have the left hand side, we didn't have much traffic because people couldn't afford to get the car from America somehow. And I think that time as well, it was hard for people to get the parts as well for cars when it's break down. So the government decided to change it to the right hand. And when we changed it to the right hand, the traffic become busier and busier every single day, because a lot of families in Australia and New Zealand, they got sent off the cars from here, even the used cars. So that's why our traffic is increasing every day and every day, because people got cars from here. They affordable, and they really find the spare parts very easily. So yeah, so in 2009 we changed it to the right hand, and
Oh, wow.
our food, our main food was its taro. It's like a potato, but it's not a sweet potato. It's like a potato. We also have a giant, we call giant taro. It's a big, long taro. And that's, to be honest, I never taste that thing. I hate that big giant taro. I never eat it. Never. My parents were trying to convince me to eat. I tried once and that's it. Never in my life tried again. Comes to one taro that's, when we plant it, when you harvest, it comes out so many taros is coming out from that one taro. So we use that one taro for the food for the whole week. We use that one taro for the whole week. After we get few of taro from that one taro, and then we plant it again for the next day. And my dad, I remember my dad used to use that one taro for 1 week food meals, and that's how we survive as well. To our people, we used to plant. We used to do plantation. We used to plant taro vegetables. Everything was organic, nothing from the shop. And like Sis Alberta was saying, we didn't have frozen meat that time. We couldn't afford to buy meat. We couldn't afford to eat chicken every day. And we have our chicken farms. We have chicken farms. We have pigs, a lot of pigs. We feed pigs as well. we couldn't afford the cows that time as well, but we have big farm, we have chicken farms, and we plant our own vegetables as well. And that's where we eat from it. We eat from our own hand, from our parents' planted. The other thing is like the sister were talking about the marriage. So the marriage, what we do, like what I remember, if the boy, if the guy, I mean the man, if the man wants to marry to a girl, so the man has to go to the girl's family to talk to to the girl's family that he wants to marry their daughter. But if that time was really strictly the parents back home, if the parents say okay, say yes, then the marriage will continue. They will get married and sort of thing. But if the girl's parents say they are not agree, that's it. They can't continue. So that's how it is. But nowadays we are making our own decision who you want to marry, you know. So,
Yay!
but before, it wasn't. Even in where we live now in Melbourne, in Australia, overseas, 18, 19, you can go out and do whatever. You can have your boyfriend in 18, 20, 19. Back in the days when we are back home, no, we have to hide everything from our parents. So that's how we grew up. That's how even our 18, I know in our 18
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
so yeah, I have a boyfriend that time in 18, 19, but I was hiding everything from my mother because I know my mother will be like, and yeah, but other mother, it's really strictly. And you all know in here in Australia they always talk about the you know abusing the child or not. Back home it wasn't a child abuse. It's how our parents fought us
Discipline us, yeah.
to become a perfect children and to become respectful children to others. And that's how our parents grew fought us to become. And back in the days, my mother used to. I remember my mother. If I do one mistake, my mother will follow me. If I don't stop, she will throw me a rock until I stop, and then I stop. Even whatever she's surrounded her, a stick or whatever, a coconut or whatever, she will throw it. Doesn't matter how hard until I stop, so I don't have to run. Otherwise, she will catch me in no time. So,
Thank you, sis
yeah,
Dinah. So much we learned.
so that's a little bit. I share a little bit of our culture as well. Our culture is very strong culture as well. We are very respectful people as well, but it's totally, to be honest, it's totally different from nowadays.
Yeah.
In our
Yeah.
old days, we used to be respect to one another, and we have language. We speak in English, we speak in Samoan, but there is a certain language that we use. It's like a respectful language we use it in our whenever we have a funeral. We use that language in our funeral. We use that language in church, and we use that language how we speak to the elderly people as well. And that's and to be honest to all the viewers, to me I have no knowledge to speak that language, and I can't talk to that language as well. Only the chief sons as well. They do speak that languages, but for me, I have no knowledge to speak in that language because it's more powerful languages. We only the chief use that language to speak,
Okay.
and that's how we are. So we only use in a funeral. We only use when we have occasional, and so yeah. So that's
Thank
what we
you. Thank you
yeah.
for that. Thank
And
you.
that's
We learned a lot.
a
We
funeral
learned
of
a lot.
Now, let me tell you something you talked about that is really similar to my country. When about marriage, when how the boys have to go and ask for the hand in marriage, otherwise the marriage will never hold. Actually, a long time ago, they used to arrange marriages.
Yeah.
So parents would agree that if your son is born, even before somebody gets pregnant and they book the child right away, they're like, well, my son is pregnant, so if your daughter get a daughter, my son would just like arrange marriages book from the beginning, and we didn't have a say, but you would end up getting married to someone you even never met. Like my mother, our mother got married. They arranged it. She just went on to marry someone before they even talked. But now, and again, even up to now, parents, it's still a tradition where parents have to go. A boy's family has to go and visit the woman's family to ask for the hand in marriage. Otherwise, it will never hold, and it's considered a bad luck because you have to get a blessing from them before the marriage can go
It's
on.
so true. And even when you even back home, even in Samoa, when the parents are, when the girl's parents agree to marry to that man, so the wedding has to be done at the girl's family, not the man's family. So everything has to be done at the daughter's. I mean the girl's family. Nothing has been done to the man's family. So I don't know what reason. I don't know, because I have no experience now because I'm not married. I'm because my mom, before my mom passed away, my mom was saying to me, "Do not marry to a Samoan guy, to a Samoan man." That's what she was saying, and I even asked question to her, and I say, "What reason?" And she said to me, "Because the culture is very strong. I don't want you to fall in when you go to a man's family, you have to do all the chores at the family.
Yep.
So it's a different. It depends on the man's family how they treat you, but you have to do everything at the man's family. So that's what my mom said. Even if you're married to a someone man, you have to stay in your own family. You have a free life. You have free everything, but you do not go to man's family. So, and it's understandable for me. So yeah, so now you all know about the salmon culture.
Oh
Yeah,
my.
I know, and most of them, resonate with us, especially I love the discipline part of it, where we're very disciplined growing up. Maybe our age
Yeah.
groups now at this time, it's a lot of youth, in the village, at home, they're very disrespectful to the elders. They don't listen anymore, like when our time was. So hope that changes with all the changes that are happening with technology as well. Everything is just going like chaos. I don't know where we're heading to, but hopefully our society goes back to when we were that. In
Yeah.
here, for me as a mom, about discipline, I always like, oh my gosh, I wish you were at home. Yes, I say to my boys, I say, I wish you were at home. You would see how grandparents and our parents have disciplined us. Here, you're very, very lucky, but there's
True.
some disadvantage side of that that you don't see, that I see. So
Yeah.
it's
I
it's
think most of it is the fact that the surrounding, like now, even from where in America where I am, you cannot discipline your child because it's a general rule. If you try disciplining your child, the welfare will interfere. Your child can easily cry and call the 911 on the phone, and they will arrest you. And there is so much limitation to what parents can do with raising their children. It's like it's not your child anymore, you
yeah,
know. You
True.
cannot disprint them the way you were disprint, and that is just not right.
Yeah,
So
that's very,
yeah,
very
discipline is just being lucky, because there is so much you can help with your child, because the government is involved. The culture is different.
That's very
Yeah.
true. Anyway, thank you so much, ladies. We've learned a lot, a bit of ourselves, where we come from. We may come back and share some, other topics around our country, so all our viewers and followers can also learn a little bit about ourselves. Why we're sharing this? Why we're sharing this? A lot of followers may be confused, but we share this because we work amongst, people from all over the world. So we need to know a little bit about our culture. Our business partners are from everywhere around the world, and sometimes for me, like I don't know, growing up, I always loved. For me personally, is I've seen Trinidad people. Trinidad. I don't know if you guys know where Trinidad is, but I always admired those people when I was younger, and I would love to learn more about Trinidad as well. So hopefully you guys too, when you were small, maybe you admired a country or people that you love. Next time we'll come and share a bit of that. And that's what this business is about. It's about people learning the culture, learning what the business, how the economy is there, what changes them to do with, especially the living standards, bills, and all that. We see that it's all the same. It's the same struggle. That's why we would like to help you as well. If you're watching us, we are digital business owners. Remember, you're not doing the business because of us. It's because of you. Whatever it may be that you're going through, we can share this, inspire and educate you, but you have to make your choice. So the first thing you need to do is our websites are there. If you're interested to be part of us, our websites are there. Register with your full name and email. You will get a link. We have an amazing webinar again tomorrow at 12 midday Melbourne time. Kenya time will be 2 p.m.? What time is the webinar in Kenya?
Yeah, no, 2 a.m.
Or 2 a.m. So tune in. If you're sleeping, you can also watch the replay. The replay will come to your email. So that's a little bit about us. And thank you so much. We'll come back with you and another interesting topic next Thursday, same time.
All right. Thank you.
Nice,
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you,
ladies.
Thank you, everyone.
Good night.
Yeah.